Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles and we're visiting with David Embrey this morning. He's the Edmonson County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Joanna.
I think we're going to talk a little bit about hay this morning.
We're going to talk a little bit about some forages. Yes, we are. I'm going to test your knowledge on hay quality.
Well, all right, David. We're going to get started on this because people are thinking about winter feeding if they haven't already.
Yeah.
It's still not too late, right?
It's still not too late. It's still not too late. Now, it doesn't matter whether you make your own hay or whether you're having to buy hay. Quality is something that everybody thinks about but doesn't necessarily understand, maybe, or doesn't understand properly, perhaps.
Everybody thinks they have quality hay, but
That's
I heard
right.
a speaker just say it could be bad quality or good quality.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it could be bad quality, it could be good quality. A lot of things go into the quality. It's never going to be as high quality as when it's in the leaf stage standing in the field. That's going to be your highest quality of forages you're going to have right there. Unfortunately, in Kentucky and most other places, we have to have some hay put up to feed at some time or another. You know, in 2007, we had a drought, and so a lot of us were feeding hay in June and July then. So the time of the year doesn't necessarily matter. It's a matter of having to have that hay when we need it.
Right.
And so to get that hay at the best quality that we can possibly get it, there are several things we can do. Now, you know, we have to make a trade-off on quantity versus quality. We can't help that. That's just part of life. But there are things we can do to get that quality bumped up where it's good enough where it'll take care of our animals, whether they're horses or cattle or goats or sheep or what have you. So there's several items of hay here, different types. Some of it's the same type. Take a look at it and see what you think.
Now, David, long ago, I realized that being a hay judge was not one of my talents. And I think that is deceiving because if you take a look at things, looks can be deceiving.
Looks can be deceiving.
And that's why it's so important to get a hay test.
Right. It is very important to get a hay test. Now, just looking at these, you know, the two over here on my right are grass hay. The two over here on my left, one has clover in it, one has alfalfa in it. Now, if you know that ahead of time, you're automatically going to say, okay, the alfalfa is the best thing.
Got to be better, right?
Got to be better. Clover's going to be next. Then the grass is going to come in a distant third. Not necessarily.
Depends on the timing.
Depends on the timing of the cut. It depends on
the conditions,
the time of year makes a big difference. You know, it's a lot harder to get hay up in the early spring than it is in the middle of the summer or sometimes later in the fall. So depends on a lot of things. But what we have here is those two grass ones came off of the same field. They're different cuttings.
Yeah.
You know, one person might look at it and say, oh, I like this one better than that one.
A lot of people will say, I like this one, it's got a lighter color.
Exactly.
You know, but this has a lot more green in it, and it's just hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
So, David, tell me.
The tests on those, the third cutting one, which is this one over here, came back with a higher quality test than the second cutting one right here. On these two, the alfalfa did come back with the highest quality test, but it wasn't as high as a lot of people might think it is. It came in about 10 points higher than the clover bale did. So yes, it's a little higher quality, but there's a lot of numbers in these tests, and I have all the tests right here. There's a lot of numbers in these tests that people ignore and don't look at as much as they should. And so, you know, most people look at crude protein.
That's it, usually.
That's it, yeah. There's other things to look at. There's NDF and ADF, which is neutral detergent fiber and acid detergent fiber. Those tell you how well the animal can digest that hay once it's in its system. And so looking at those and then looking at total digestible nutrients is very important, because if you've got a total digestible nutrients of less than 50%, if you're feeding them, say, 100 pounds of hay, they're only digesting less than half of it. When you get those numbers up above 50 is when you know you've got some better hay. So there's a lot of different numbers that you need to look at.
Now, David, you brought along here because, you know, we had Jim Wade in this part of the state that was great working for the Department of Agriculture, who came out to our farms and tested our hay, but he's retired and they haven't replaced his position. So how do we get that hay test? You have to use one of these, right?
Yeah, this is a hay probe. This is in our office. I know not all the ag agent offices have them just yet, but a lot of them do. Some of them you can loan out. In my case, I'll be taking it out myself and doing the testing. It's really simple. We just put it in a bag and we send it off, and we'll make sure we have to charge for postage
$10,
this time.
but that's
$10 and then postage, yes.
All right, thanks David for the information, and we appreciate you watching.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.